Welcome, Jets fans, to season 4, episode 6 of Just End the Season. Can't wait any longer with this diabolical bunch of people called the NY Jets.
My Jets, yeah. You know what? I was gonna wear my I've got the T-shirt, the Just End the Suffering T-shirt, and I was going to wear it the last game of the season because it's always appropriate to wear the Just End the Suffering T-shirt.
Do you know
either
what?
wear it game week 1 or I wear it game week 18. One of the two. They're the only two times you can end up wear the.
Bring it out in game week 1 next year, mate. Next game week 1 next year.
Yeah, just like we'll fly over the home opener. I'll wear it at the home opener.
For tomorrow, we should do some T-shirts to say
it's a bit late,
something about we love pain or something like that.
We love pain.
We've got to get some new T-shirts done for week 18. Say we survived 2025.
Yeah, so, masochism.
New merch is definitely needed.
It's fun.
Definitely needed. But so look, honestly, cannot wait for the season to end. But the one good thing about the Hippo tomorrow night, we're going to have a good crowd there. It's going to be loads of us going there because we're getting there early to get in the booth to see all the early games, and obviously we're on the late game. And I'm going to really enjoy it, being with the crew, being with everybody. Before we all meet.
Do you remember that one of my favourite Hippo memories was Bill Belichick's last ever game?
Oh, it was great, wasn't it?
Because there was obviously the Jets were not competitive that year. We were well out of contention, and there were other fan groups that obviously had teams with stuff to play for, and it was the look on all of their faces when they walked in, and there was about 12 of us, wasn't there? There was about 12 Jets fans, all like going mad watching the game, really going for it, really wanting the win, and they were all really confused. You can see them all thinking to themselves, "Wait, I thought the Jets were eliminated. The Jets, what are they all doing here? Why are they so excited?
We do own that Hippodrome. We do own that big time.
We really do.
One thing I'm going to miss over the rest of the season. But if we can just beat Buffalo, I know we said in pre-production meeting, it went on a bit long. We should not beat them, but you said beat them. I said don't beat them because we got a tank. The thing is, if we do beat them, everybody else loses, and we slip down to 8th.
Yeah.
And that's going to be too painful to get up to 2 to get Dante Moore.
That's it. That's the range, isn't it? At the moment, we're probably likely to finish 3rd overall. We could go as high, if you like, as 2nd overall, or we could drop as low as 8th overall, right? So we're going to be somewhere in that top 10. I hate Buffalo. I may have mentioned this once or twice before.
A couple of times.
So there is a big part of me that really wants to ruin their party. But it's one of them where I can sort of go, watch the game, support the Jets. And once it gets 4 or 5 minutes into the game and it becomes apparent we're getting our ass handed to us again, then I can just relax and kind of go, all right, the dream has died. We're not going to batter Buffalo. We are going to lose the game. But I can at least go in with that enthusiasm of not. It's a different level of enthusiasm going in, actually wanting your team to win the game.
Yeah, I mean, Gavin said a good piece on our chat room. He said, "Look, it'd be great, if the Jets were a capable team where we're not supporting punts and
wouldn't that be nice?
Getting behind the sniper,
not that we don't love Austin McNamara, by the way.
Yeah.
Not that we don't love our sniper. What a legend he is! I was literally talking to Ant from Gangrene UK about an hour ago, just on chatting to him on WhatsApp, and we were talking about jerseys because I'm wearing my new jersey today.
Greece.
Number 20. What's his name?
Number 20, mate. Who is number 20?
Well, that's why I got the jersey, because I wasn't sure. So one day I'll look at my back in the mirror and I'll find out who wears number 20 for the New York Jets. Until then, I'll just be in the dark. But no, but Ant was saying he wants to go O-line for his next jersey, and I said there's only one man for me for my next jersey, Austin, the sniper, McNamara. What a legend! We love him.
Yeah,
absolutely. But Gavin's point is still valid. Like, we should not be supporting the punter.
I mean, next year may be a rough one, but let's get back to what people want to know, right? The big question, since you're wearing that jersey, is your boy, who temporarily forgot about during the season because we all forget about things when we get to a certain age, is your boy number 20 on the bus or
Well,
at the bus stop.
We were talking about this earlier. That I'm
In
surprised he's
pre-production
not
again.
on the bus already.
Yeah,
Bruce
no,
Hall.
he's not.
But he's not.
He's
He's
not.
not on the bus.
Yeah.
And we do have some people lined up at the bus stop. So just for the listeners, can we just remind ourselves who's on the bus?
Absolutely.
Stop.
So on the bus so far, we've got driving the bus. We've got the farmer.
Will McDonald.
Yeah, he ain't.
Yeah.
He's cruising down that highway. Everyone's getting out of his way.
Yeah, well,
Then we've got the Flash.
That's fashion, yeah.
To make sure.
He's forgiven the Man United tracksuit.
Yeah.
And he is.
We'll excuse him for that one. We'll excuse him for that one. Then upstairs, on his own, we got the sniper.
Yes.
Yeah. And then,
do you know what? He'd be really good at running the GPS because, like, his aim and direction.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Really, he should be sat next to Will McDonald operating the TomTom, whatever it is he used. Yeah. Not in the 1990s.
and then we've got Big Kick Nick.
Big Kick Nick, yeah.
I'm not sure where he's going to be sitting, but he can sit anywhere he wants because
it's a back seat, Big Kick Nick. Because who's going to argue with him?
He'll definitely be hanging out with Single Malt.
Single Malt, that's my favourite one. Really, Single Malt is the best nickname.
That's a good one. Do you know what? That is a good one.
Great nickname, and for a long snapper as well. Like how many fan bases can say that their long snapper has an affectionate nickname?
We should definitely get a jersey, Single Malt, with his
number on the back.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That is one we need to get. I'm going to put a little J next to his name, jersey.
Yeah.
And we've got the Sheriff of NY.
That's Garrett Wilson.
He's a leader. And then we've got the Prophet.
Isaiah Williams. Isaiah the Prophet from the Old Testament.
Yeah. And then we've got...
no one's going to know that apart from me. The only church-going Jets fan.
That's a good nickname, though, isn't it? The Prophet.
It's a great nickname, like the Prophet, yeah.
The Block.
The Block is Membu?
Yeah, Membu. We've got a fourth round pick. It was forgotten about in pre-production. The Tiger.
The Tiger? Who's the fourth round? Well, the fourth round this year?
Yeah, we're going to select him in the fourth round next year.
Oh, Nussmeier.
Yeah, the Nuzzler.
He's well, we'll talk about the draft in a bit because he might be off the bus later, but let's leave him for now. Yeah, and then
Breezy Boy, it's got to be the Lightning, right?
The Lightning. Is he on the bus already?
He's on the bus, yeah.
He's on the bus. Officially, we're putting him on the bus right now.
Yeah. And then
who's on the bus stop?
On the bus stop, we've got Sticky Stiggs.
Yeah.
We've got Tip of the Iceberg.
Joe Timmon. I love Joe Timmon.
We've got Rucker and Mason Taylor with nicknames as yet undefined.
Well, although they can't get on the bus without a nickname. That's just wrong.
Well,
are we going to nominate one of those four to step onto the bus? Or can I throw another possibility out there?
Yeah, those are at the bus stop. They're not worthy of going on the bus yet.
Not yet. But we have to put somebody on the bus every week, right?
Okay.
Isn't that the idea?
We'll put Brees on the bus. We'll put him on the bus because you've got his jersey out, so it's a big investment.
Right. Okay.
But I do agree. Let's get somebody else on the bus.
Or at the bus stop.
On the bus.
On the bus. Okay. Yeah. So I was thinking about this.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about this very hard. And I thought, you know what might be nice?
What?
You know what the bus needs?
What does it need, mate?
Someone to play music on the bus.
Oh, yeah.
So we need somebody with a musical instrument for a surname.
Ah.
And we need somebody who's basically all his players are already on the bus. So what he's doing off the bus is really a question mark.
Fit. It's a
natural fit. Just so really, you asked the question, where are these guys going to sit? Where's Austin McNamara going to sit? Where's Hennessy going to sit? Where's Isaiah Williams going to sit? Well, this man will tell them because I think Chris Banjo should be on the bus and in charge of picking the music.
Totally agree. Because he'll organise these boys like he's been doing all season, and the special teams have been phenomenal. Chris Banjo, mate, you are on the bus.
You're not even stopping at the bus stop. We're just pushing you and Brees Hall together straight onto the bus.
Yeah, and you've taken over from your boy. Who was last year's special teams coach, mate? Your boy.
My boy.
Yeah, your boy.
Can I just say, our special teams has had to be really good for a long time because our offense and our defense has not been very good for a long time. Brant Boyer was the
9 years. 9 years, was he not, your boy?
It was a long time. It was isn't that a sign of? Isn't that a sign? Can I just say, people say, "Oh, Chris Banjo, he won't be here in 2029." Why not? Brant Boyer was here for 9 years. Special teams coordinators don't move around as much. And we have a really good one.
Al's boy, who was Brant Boyer, is not on the bus. He's on the 49ers bus, and that is not the same kind of bus.
No, it's a rubbish bus. That
it's a one-wheeler bus.
Yeah, it's rubbish.
But Chris Banjo, what's his nickname? The Music Man. Is that what you're saying?
How many strings in a banjo? Did we do something with strings? Or the look on your face when I said how many strings on a banjo? Yeah, it was like you were on Mastermind. You did not know the answer to that. It was like, oh no, he wants me to answer a question. Chris, oh, here we go. How about this? Chris the Rhythm Banjo. Chris the Rhythm Banjo.
Not the Music Man.
The Music Man's good as well. The Music Man's good.
Yeah, Music Man or Chris the Rhythm. I'm not sure about Chris
like
the
Music
Rhythm.
Man. Yours was a better suggestion. Yeah. Chris Music Man Banjo. He's in charge of the music.
With his 4 or 5 string banjo.
We don't know how many strings are in a banjo. I think it's 4. I feel like it's 4, but I don't know.
So Chris Banjo, we'll send him a little tweet saying, "Well done, mate.
Congratulations on making the season.
Bus. You've been phenomenal, and that even better, you've made it onto the bus."
Yeah,
and not even on the bus.
Listen. Last week we were chucking defensive coordinators under the bus. Now in our last episode, now we're putting coordinators on the bus, and let's strap him in. Let's give him a seatbelt. Let's say, right, Chris, we want you here, buddy.
Yeah. Strap on,
Music Man. Set the tone, please.
Strap on, Music Man. We're going to Vegas, 2029.
Do you like my new jersey, by the way? Do you like that?
I like it a lot. I like that because it's got a good detail there for what you paid, mate. That's brilliant. That is.
Yeah. Just on the off chance that the Jets get relegated from the NFL this year, which isn't actually possible. But you never know; they've been that bad. They might just send them down to college football for a bit.
Is that still going? The Women's Lingerie League? I'm pretty certain it is.
Do you know? I don't know, but if it is, then I reckon the Jets could, maybe get above 500 in that league. I'm not saying we'd make the playoffs, but I think we'd get above 500. Can I talk to you a little bit, please, about the draft? Because I have been playing around with my it was a very dark and miserable. Not so much the Sunday. The Monday, by the time we realised that the number 1 overall pick was gone, it was really Sunday because the Raiders.
That would have been awesome to go there. Yeah, it would have been awesome to go there tomorrow night and get the number 1 pick because we've got a big crew going down tomorrow night, and it would have been great to get number 1. But we can still get number 3. I think
number 2. We're at number 3 right now, and the likelihood is we'll finish number 3 because we're going to get our ass handed to us by Buffalo. But we could get number 2 if the Giants beat Dallas. We could get number 2.
It's not going to happen, but
it was a hard moment realizing that the Raiders sucked so hard that they were definitely going to get that first overall pick, and also the reality. So, funny enough, in a separate conversation I had with Ant this week. He was talking about he actually thinks it's not a given that the Raiders take Mendoza. He thinks there's a chance the Raiders take more. I personally do not. I think the Raiders are taking Mendoza.
Raiders are taking. Tom Brady loves Mendoza. 6'5", loves him.
Yeah,
he would teach him how to be a quarterback.
Yeah, and he's the only one that I'd really fallen in love with in terms of he could have been a Jets quarterback. For us this year, and it did sort of put the nail in the coffin for me in terms of going. The 2026 season is going to be with a question mark under center. We're definitely going to have somebody who we're not sure about, whether that's Tyrod, whether that's a bridge quarterback, that's a Kyler Murray or a Jacoby Brissett, or at least Marcus Mariota. The other names that have been banding about.
Oh, you got Malik Willis as well. Malik Willis played well for Green Bay number 2.
But either way,
he'll get a good contract somewhere.
Yeah, either way, it's probably not the franchise guy. It's probably the guy who's kind of a swing of the bat, a Justin Fields Mark II, in terms of we hope he'll be good. He might not be.
The thing with Dante Moore is that he's only played 13 games, right? And that means a lot in college football. And I really want. He's playing. Oregon played all right the other day. I mean, they won. That's good. More about their defense and plays that he made. He did miss a wide open wide receiver on a go play that he should have nailed it. I did watch that game, so that was a bit disappointing when the play was designed to go to him and he didn't pull the trigger, and there wasn't immense pressure on him. So he's from the shotgun, so it's going to be a learning curve there. It's tricky with Dante Moore because you see a lot of Jaden. Some people say Jaden Daniels in him. See a lot of Jaden Daniels in him, but he's only done 13 games, right? So it's like,
So look, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. To me, with the Jets specifically and with New York specifically, you need the personality. You need someone who's going to stand up and say, I couldn't care less what the New York media says about me. I couldn't care less about the pressure. I'm just going to respond to it. And that's where I think Mendoza was different. Mendoza was a guy who could have handled the pressure, his mentality. Whereas I don't see that in Dante Moore. So I actually, for me as the theoretical GM, I have zero interest in Dante Moore. The only reason I'm interested in him is the possibility that if we're second or even if we're third, he's still going to be a factor in the draft. Because assuming he declares, and I think he will declare, because I think his people are probably saying to him, you should declare because you'll go higher this year than you will next year.
So
I think he will declare. And I think with that in mind, I think what will be a factor is the fact that, let's say, for example, we finished third overall. Let's say that's the pick. So I said last week, I did a draft last week where we what was it? Where I traded up for Mendoza. I think that's what I did last week. Whereas this week, what I've done, and I said I was going to do this, is I deliberately did a draft where we don't take Mendoza, and I was planning to do this anyway. But obviously, the way it's panned out, we're now not going to get Mendoza. But I wanted to be strict and say to myself, well, that doesn't mean you just take more, because apart from anything else, I wouldn't take more. So in this scenario that I did the mock on, Mendoza went 1 overall, which is what I expect to happen. And then the Giants stuck at 2, and they picked Carnell Tate in the mock that I was running. Now, I don't think the Giants are going to take Carnell Tate at 2nd overall. I don't think that's going to happen. What I do think might happen is I think somebody's going to fall in love with Dante Moore in the draft process. Somebody is. And they're going to assume the Jets are going to take him at 3. So somebody's going to trade in ahead of us to 2nd overall and give up the farm for Dante Moore. And why that's good for the Jets is because the Jets stick at 3. They are then going to have their pick of every single player in the draft that isn't a quarterback at 3rd overall, right? So that's the positive. So with that in mind,
there's a good running back going. There's a good running back there available. Top 5.
There is a good running back available. I think he might still be there later in the 1st round. But in the event, in the way I've done this one is I wanted to take a guy who was a blue chip player, position of need, and that's Arvell Reese, the linebacker out of Ohio State. If we ended up with Arvell Reese at 3rd overall, I'd be delighted with that. It's a position of need. He's a brilliant player, a blue chip player. There's probably 4 blue chip players in this draft, and he's one of them. So if you can
look at the influence that Warren Sapp had with Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Or LT. Yeah. Taking number 2 overall with the Giants back in the day.
Take him.
I mean, if it's a fantastic defensive player, they can, Parsons for Dallas. I mean, just one player in the defense can completely transform it.
Yeah, and that's how you sort of see him. So if we're 3rd overall, somebody's traded up with the Giants to take Moore. Mendoza's gone 1. I'll be honest, even if Moore was there, I personally wouldn't draft him at 3. I don't think he's right for the Jets. So I don't think he's right for the Jets
either. I don't think he's right for the Jets either.
But 3rd overall in this draft, I went with Arvell Reese. And then the rest of the 1st round, I'll just talk you through some of the highlights. Tyson had gone. Ruben Bain had gone. Jeremiah Love had gone. Downs, the safety out of Ohio State, he'd gone as well. Makai Lemon, who I know you like, he'd gone. And Sonny Styles, the linebacker, had gone as well. And I like Sonny Styles.
Sonny Styles somehow.
Well, yeah, but you say that, but if we've got Reece, we then don't need to get Sonny Styles at 18 because we've already drafted a linebacker. So with the 18th pick, the closest thing to a blue chip player that was still there, it's not necessarily a position of need, but I couldn't ignore the fact that he was still there. And I didn't really like any of the receivers that was sitting there at 18. So I took Peter Woods, defensive tackle out of Clemson.
Defensive tackle, yeah.
Look, I think is he
I like
a great
that one,
player?
mate.
Yes.
I like that because he's a big run stuffer.
Big run stuffer, and with Reece and Woods, then immediately your run defense gets a lot better, right? It's all right. It's defense heavy first round, but they're both positions of need. They're both good players. Peter Woods is probably a top 10 player in the draft.
Shocking. We've conceded, last 4 games, never seen a team like this where, we've got smashed by 23 points in 4 consecutive games.
The defense is where we need to work, 100%.
Yeah, I like that, because at least next year, Glenn's got the old, defense has got better. He was saying the other day that, running game has gone from bottom to 7th. I'm not sure where he's got those facts from, but it's not all about rush yards. It's about, a lot of other stuff. But, when watching the Jets, it doesn't look like we've got a good running game. Even though we should. We've got a good offensive line, allegedly.
A good offensive line and good running backs.
But, with no quarterback, it's always going to be a problem. Because
you're going to run the ball a lot. Yeah. So I think...
The box.
So I do think that, all right, I don't think I would have gone into the draft thinking, oh, I'm going to take Peter Woods out of Clemson. But if he's sitting there at 18, you take him. I think that was
I like that.
Round again. And I knew I needed to go offense in the second round. We got 2 picks in the second round. With the first one, I pretty much had my pick of second round wide receivers. Obviously, the big guys had gone. And I almost went triple defense because Emmanuel McNeil-Warren was sitting there as well.
He's good.
And I took him last time, and I like him as a safety. But I thought I just wanted to be different. So in the end, I took Chris Bell, wide receiver out of Louisville, who's just a big...
a
big target. And I think that's what we're missing in our receiver game. A.D. Mitchell, who I love, is a shorter guy. Mechie's a slot guy. Yeah. Garrett Wilson's not exactly a brick outhouse.
Mechie, I don't think Mechie's going to be around, unfortunately.
You think he might go?
Yeah. So he did a few drops in and stuff, and it's his opportunity to shine.
Well, it's a slot receiver, but I don't think you take a slot receiver in the second round anyway. So
I like that, like Bell. I like a wide receiver.
Chris Bell out of Louisville, and then we got the big one. This is where the debate comes in. Because at 46 overall, the whole point of this draft was to take a quarterback, right? The whole point of doing it this way for this episode was to take a quarterback with our second round pick, right? Now, in reality, what I think we'll be able to do is actually trade back a little bit into the third round and get any one of these guys in the third round. But just for the sake of, a theoretical draft, I just thought I'd have a look at the guys that were likely to be available. And I did quite a bit of scouting of some of the guys that would be available. So I did have a proper look at Nussmeier, really for the first time, if I'm honest. I looked at the kid out of Ole Miss. I watched the Ole Miss highlights.
Trinidad.
Say again?
Trinidad.
Yeah, Trinidad. We looked at Trinidad Chambly. It was a great name.
Yeah, he looked good. Yeah.
He looks good, and he's got some good mechanics. But I looked at him, and then I looked at a couple of others as well. I looked at an interesting one that I want to talk about briefly is the Arkansas quarterback, whose name is Talon Green. Now, if you look at his highlights, when I watched his highlights, the thing that stood out to me is he's one of 2 possible people. He's either Lamar Jackson or he's Justin Fields. And that's sort of the breadth of who he is, because he's a really athletic, running, tall, very tall, looks like a wide receiver, very tall quarterback. He can throw the ball, he can sling it, but most of his get out of jail moves are just sprints, and he regularly runs for 30, 40 yards.
We need somebody who can run the ball, because look at Trevor Lawrence, for example. He just started running the ball.
Yeah.
I know he's turned into bit of a Josh Allen thing going on.
Yeah, yeah. Listen,
But
I'm not saying it's not the
why
future
not?
of the
Somebody can
position.
definitely run, but
I
not
think he's
somebody
worth
skinny.
considering.
Yeah,
I think Taylor Green is worth considering. No one's talking about him yet. I'm sure they will get there. No one's talking about him yet. At first, he plays for Arkansas, so it's not like it's a high profile.
out of your research so far, have there been any quarterbacks who have done, the full 4 years as a starter, got a lot of games under their belts, have won games, thrown a lot more into, TDs and picks, and have gone to a bowl game and won a bowl game in a big environment?
I mean,
Anybody like that?
realistically, you're talking about Mendoza. You're talking about
No,
Mendoza.
there's got to be other ones.
Well, I mean, obviously, you've got the experienced guys. There is one guy we're going to talk about in a minute, but we'll get. I know what you're going to throw at me, and this is actually the guy I drafted. So I didn't draft Green. And I didn't draft Green because I got scared of the Justin Fields comparison. I actually think that the Jets will be looking at him because if they, as you say, quite rightly, they want a quarterback who can run with the ball as well and give you another option. But I didn't draft him because the similarities to Justin Fields just scared the crap out of me. So the guy that I drafted, and you'll know who he is straight away, is the Miami quarterback, Carson Beck.
Carson Beck.
Yeah. Now, Beck does throw interceptions. The reason he went to Miami this year was because he threw too many picks. But I think he's thrown 10 this year, I think.
What's
10 interceptions this year.
Let's get his stats out. Yeah,
you get his stats out. I'll talk while I'm doing that. I'll talk about him. The reason I went for him is personality, because he stood up when he left Georgia. He stood up and he went, "No, I'm not going to go and declare." He could have declared for the draft last year. I'm not going to declare for the draft. I'm going to go back to college. I'm going to reprove myself. I'm going to, and where are Miami now? Miami are in the college football playoffs.
I tell you what, he's been around a long time. Yeah, he's done his time.
He was 3 years at Georgia.
Yeah, well, this is his 5th year, so he's done time. Yeah, he's got a lot of yardage and a lot of gameage.
Yeah,
gameage. That's a new word.
Well, why not? Let's go with it. Let's run with it. So
the only thing I've got about him, he's got a bit of a cheesy photograph and reminds me instantly of Zach Wilson.
He's the guy who had his Lamborghini stolen, isn't he? He had his Lamborghini nicked when he first went down to Miami. There was some story about him having his Lamborghini nicked. Personality-wise, I feel like he's got sort of what it takes, quote unquote, to just kind of ignore the nonsense, because he's had a lot of nonsense thrown at him already from media and a lot of attention. And he's just kind of gone, I couldn't care less what you're saying. I'm here to play football.
If he's got that attitude, where's he from originally? Where's he born?
Great question. Have you got it up?
No, well, he's Florida's Mr. Football. Okay, yeah. So,
is from
6
Miami.
years at college. There's nothing wrong with that. And he's an old boy, so look at Tyler Shuck in New Orleans. He's settled in and he's playing well.
Yeah.
So he's from
Jacksonville, John. That's where he's from.
Okay, well, there's got a million people in that city. It's a big city. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Jacksonville. Yeah. No, I'm not against him. No, I'm not against him. £225.
He's my. I think in that scenario, if you, as a Jet fan, and I think what would actually happen is we'd probably trade back from the back of the second, try and pick up a little bit extra capital and get him in the early third. But either way, if you walked away from the first 3 rounds, let's say, and you've got a generational talent blue chip linebacker, you've got a very good defensive tackle, one of the top 10 players in the draft, you've got a big bodied wide receiver on the outside, and you've got a roll the dice quarterback that's going to compete for the...
They're all roll the dice quarterback. Now, I like your thinking here, mate, in terms of if we can't get Mendoza, let's just flip it, and let's just instead of sacrificing picks, we need a lot of players. And there's plenty of quarterbacks who they've either got it or they ain't, and we'll find out in year 1 if he's got it.
This is it. Yeah.
If he ain't got it, we've got next year.
3 picks next year to trade up for an Arch Manning or someone like that.
Yeah.
Listen, there'll be Jets fans already banging the drum for Chambly. I can never pronounce his name. Is it Chambly or Chambliss?
Oh, Shambless, yeah.
Is it Shambless, is it? And I think there would be some people who will go and watch the Green highlights now, the Arkansas highlights, and they'll watch Taylor Green and they'll go, oh, that's a quarterback I like. Because he does remind me in so many ways of Lamar.
Yeah.
But he also reminds me of Justin Fields.
So I'm looking at the 2027 draft class, which is people are saying it should be one of the greatest classes. Okay, so you've got Arch Manning, you've got this Julian Sayin that lost the other day. Yeah,
yeah,
he was all right. Lenoris Sellers.
Lenoris Sellers is the one everyone's raving about as well. Yeah,
yeah, because he's a big unit, isn't he? So, I mean, all right, this is 3. I mean, yeah, I mean Arch Manning's the one, isn't he? But
listen, John, here's the ideal scenario right now, assuming Mendoza's off the table, which I think he is. The ideal scenario is we draft someone like Beck in the 2nd or 3rd round, and then we don't need to draft a quarterback next year because Beck's pulled it off. Beck's done a Jackson Dart. Yeah. Beck's done a Jalen Hurts. Beck's done an unexpected thing and become a franchise quarterback in New York. And then we've got 3 first-round picks to surround him with talent. Yeah. If Beck works out and you've got an O-line and you've got, 3-4 receivers in the building already, and you've got 3 running backs in the building already, and you've got 2 tight ends in the building already, and you've made your defense better, and you've got 3 first-round picks on top of that, the 2027 draft could be amazing if we already have a quarterback. So that's why I think you have to take a quarterback this year. But at the same time, I don't think you trade up for any quarterback that isn't named Mendoza. And the Raiders are not selling that first-round pick to anyone.
No. They're
so
going for that.
You move on and you go, we take a quarterback with one or other picks, even if it's the 4th-round pick. Even if you wait and you go, well, I'm happy with Nussmeier, I'm happy with Beck, I'm happy with Green, I'm happy with Chambliss. I'll take whichever of them falls to the 4th round. I'll take him in the 4th round.
Yeah, even if you do that. Look at Brock Purdy the other day. It's phenomenal now, but he's in a great system. He's got great coaching.
This is
the concern I've got with the Jets, right? Aaron Glenn is not a QB shooter. I don't know what Aaron Glenn does actually, because he doesn't even tweak with the defense.
He's not on the bus yet, John.
Well, yeah, I mean, he could be gone, next year. There's Taylor Ekstrand, offensive coordinator. Give him a decent quarterback. And give him a decent quarterback, see what he can do with it. Let them work their magic together.
I think that's the hard thing about the situation is now you're saying Mendoza's off the table. Whoever we start next year, whether it's Tyrod, whether it's Mariota or Malik Willis or whatever, or whether it's Carson Beck or someone in that category, it's a dice roll. So I think you've got to get 3 or 4 of them in the building. Tyrod's one of them for sure. Whether or not you keep Brady Cook around, I don't mind. I mean, as a camp arm, as a 4th quarterback, maybe. But the point is, you put 4 guys in the room and you say, right, go win the job. And you have a quarterback competition. A genuine quarterback competition. And you say, go win the job. And if Beck, let's say, if let's just argument's sake say it is Beck. And let's say if Beck, maybe after 5-6 games, wins the job. And down the stretch, let's say we lose the first 5 or 6 games because we've got a journeyman, not very good quarterback under center, but all the other pieces are coming together. Beck's learning his own.
The only problem I got with Beck.
Yes.
The only problem I got with Beck is that that is obviously right? No, is that you've got that band Beck. I'm a loser, baby.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the problem I got with Beck.
How do you feel about Beck's beer?
Beck's beer's all right.
So it evens out.
Yeah, it's just.
How do you feel about David Beckham being called Beck's?
It's just Beck. It's the song "I'm a Loser, Baby." We'll be singing that if we see select Becks. We go down the Hippo. We will be singing whatever that song is. I'm a loser, baby. In the Hippo, and it's like, oh no.
But can I flip that for a minute? If Carson Beck is great and he's lighting up the Patriots next season, we can be chanting, "You're a loser, baby," to all the Patriots fans at the Hippo next season with Beck at the center.
Yeah.
That's the positive spin to put on the Beck comparison, the song.
Yeah.
There you go. So you've got to look at things from a positive perspective, John. You've got to flip it.
No, there was definitely half full and half empty, and I was in the I was
You
in
were,
the empty
you were
gang there.
smack bang in the half-empty
I was
glass
right in the empty.
with 40 years as a Wolves and Jets fan.
This is what happens.
You.
This is what happens. We've gone straight into the. I need a word with myself about this attitude I got. Little one-to-one.
Can we move on? Because I'm super excited to talk about my favourite John's betting corner of the year. Because there'll be so many good bets this time. So I know you normally do 5, but I'm hoping you've got a few more. Because
I'm just going to do some. There's a lot of incentives this week.
Yeah, that's what I like.
So these are the ones that are easily achievable. Okay. Ooh. So they've all got 250k, 500k bonuses, blah blah blah. Okay. So we've got Dowdle in his 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
So for 500, 250k, whatever it is.
You won't get great odds on these, though, will you? Not 1 touchdown.
2 to 1. 2 to 1. Double your money. Hollywood Brown needs 100 yards and a TD for his incentive. Playing against the Raiders, may do. Keenan Allen won't be playing, but if he does, he needs 6 receptions and 2 TDs. Everyone's favourite player, Stephon Diggs, 8 receptions, 130 yards. So the fact that Vrabel
8 receptions seems a lot, though.
Yeah, the fact that Vrabel stuck up for him this week after he's been accused of whatever he's been accused of will probably cost, allegedly, Vrabel the coach of the year.
Yeah, well,
because of his attitude there. So, current coach of the year, you can get Ben Johnson now at 20 to 1.
Can you really still?
Yeah, bang it on.
That's crazy.
Bang it on. What a job has he done? What a coach. What a leader of men. That team should be nowhere near where they are. They won the division. They were fighting. They should have beaten the 49ers last week.
20 to 1, really? You can get 20 to 1 on Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. Get it. I've laid it.
It's stab, isn't
it? Get it. What else we got here? Barkley. He needs 87 rushing and receiving, but he probably won't be playing. Darnold needs 3 TD passes. Probably game tonight. May do. Debo needs 2 TDs. Garbage. That's a garbage game, so he may do. Pollard, Eagles backups. Pollard needs 2 TDs and he needs 66 yards. So I've already bet Pollard over his 71 rushing yards.
But you don't need the 2 TDs. 2 TDs
separate. Yeah, I mean Debo's separate at 3. He needs 2 TDs, 93 yards. 2 TDs and 93 yards and 10 receptions with 3 individual incentives. Hunter Henry needs 5 receptions. I'm not sure.
That's guessable.
That could be doable. That could be doable because they need to win.
Well, they're playing Miami.
What's that?
Are they playing Miami?
Yeah. So they will start off fast. Kendrick Bourne, 49 yards he needs. Knox, Buffalo, 6 receptions against us. We're awful against tight ends.
We are, but 6 receptions for a tight end seems a lot.
It's a lot.
I mean, what was Hunter Henry? Was that 5?
Yeah, but then it'd be Trubisky playing against us, and he could be playing. Could be Knox. It could be best mates.
Yeah.
Hunt, Kansas City needs 31 rushing and receiving yards
against the Raiders.
I don't know if he probably will play, but you probably won't get. But the bookies are clever; they will not probably put that available.
But if it's an incentive for him, the Chiefs might go, "Well, we've got nothing else to play for. Let's try and get Kareem his bonus."
Yeah. Who else have we got? Sterling Shepard. He needs 1 reception and 29 yards for Tampa Bay. Keep an eye out for that 29 yards. Tampa Bay are playing Carolina tonight.
Sterling Shepard used to be on the Giants, right? That's the wide receiver on the Giants.
Same one. And then you've got, these are the milestones. So you've got Cam Ward needs 222 yards.
Against?
They're playing Tennessee playing Jaguars. So you never know.
Jaguars are in. No, the Jaguars can finish anywhere from 1st seed to 7th seed, can't they?
Yeah.
So the Jaguars have still got something to play for.
Jaguars can still get first. So they'll be got something to play for. Mm-hmm. Genti, Raiders, Tankers to get 1,000 yards and needs 112. Who knows about them? Justin Jefferson needs 53 yards to get 1,000. See if that's available. Ted McMillan playing tonight needs 80 yards to get 1,000. He's going to have a good game, so that's probably worth. I've done an Aki doubler with
We
him.
should say
and
this. We say this
Young.
that this pod's going to come out Sunday morning. So some of these will have already been. It's still interesting. It's still interesting, but some of these will have already been decided. But
okay, CMC is playing tonight. 110 receiving yards. BJ Robinson needs 255 yards rushing and receiving, all to eclipse that all-time record. I'm not sure if he's going to be playing. So there are your incentives and milestones for
some good ones there.
Yeah, some good ones. So the picks, though. So yes. So I'll just give you a bit more information. So, and you can do what you want with it.
Thanks, mate.
You can do what you want.
So if I want to roll it up tight and smoke it, I wouldn't do that.
You can do what you want, buddy. You can do what you want.
Right.
So,
give me the information. I'll decide what I'm doing with it.
Okay. First one is quarterback for the Colts. Rivers no more. Granddad no more. Artie Leonard is going to be quarterback in. They got playing a tough Houston defense. Riley Leonard runs. His rushing yards is 14.
So we're going over.
Yeah. Who's going to have big games?
The problem
this
is
week?
he might run 35 yards backwards to kill it off. That's the problem with that one.
Yeah. So Caleb Williams needs 270 yards to be the first quarterback in Chicago history to get 4,000 yards.
He's going to want that. He is going to 270.
Yeah, so he's over.
Are you going over?
Is 234.
Is over under 234.
Word on the street is he'll be playing. So remember, Detroit smashed Chicago 50-20 earlier in the season because of the Ben Johnson thing, right? To prove a point.
Is that Detroit a 6 o'clock game?
I don't know. Is it? Can't remember.
I'm not sure. I'm asking you because that could be a good game to watch.
Yeah.
While we're waiting for the Jets to start. I mean.
Yeah. No, that would be a good game. I'm just checking now. You got RJ Harvey will have a good game because of Denver, and they're going to run the ball against the Chargers. Chargers aren't playing anybody whatsoever. They've got all their backups in. Minnesota. Well, Green Bay are playing Minnesota. Green Bay is playing Toon, third quarterback. Minnesota defense would have a field day against the Packers, resting all their starters. The Saints and the Falcons. Shook's going to be going for offensive player of the
Falcons can still win the division.
Player of the year. Atlanta can't win the division; they're eliminated. But they can if Tampa Bay win tonight against Carolina, and Atlanta beat New Orleans tomorrow.
Carolina,
all three teams go 8 wins, 9 losses, but the head-to-head on those three goes to Carolina. So even if Carolina lose tonight, they can still win the division. Atlanta beats the Saints tomorrow.
That's a crazy stat, isn't it?
Yeah, but the Saints are playing very well at the moment.
Wait, hang on. Stop me there. Just correct. So if Carolina loses tonight, what do they need from Atlanta to win the division? Just Atlanta need to lose.
No, Atlanta need to win
for Carolina to win the division.
Yes. So even if Tampa Bay beats Carolina tonight,
doesn't that mean Tampa Bay win the division?
If Atlanta does not beat New Orleans, then Tampa Bay wins the division because Atlanta will be on 7 wins.
That's
right?
Crazy. So that's going to be a fun scenario to play out as well.
All right, so just wrapping this up. So we've got Arizona playing the Rams. Now, if San Francisco win tonight, the Rams will not be motivated to do anything, so they'll rest all their starters. And Michael Wilson is the alpha there with Marvin Harrison out, so he'll have a great game. Just get him over. Some of the Dolphins players are going to be out, so you've got Achan's got an injury, Waddle's got an injury, so the replacements for them should have good games. Jalen Wright, Dulcich. One I particularly like, and this is one of my favourite best bets for this week, is Philadelphia reserve quarterback Tyler McKee is playing Washington Commanders, and he doesn't like to run, he only likes to pass. Now, he's over-under is 219 yards, and his best buddy is Dotson. Yeah? So Dotson line isn't up yet. So over Taylor McKee, over 219 yards.
He's another one, by the way, that a lot of people have talked about as a bridge for us.
He looked phenomenal in the preseason. Absolutely. CJ Stroud used to need to win. His over-under is 224-ish lines going up. If you can find it, maybe on Paddy Power, find CJ Stroud first half over passing yards.
What's the first half over? It's just half.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thereabouts, yeah. So if Houston are winning, which they should do, but if Jacksonville are smashing Tennessee, and it's like 31-0 at half time, then Houston are going to put it in and rest their starters, right? So over in the first half because they'll be motivated. Another one we have is Bucky Irvin. Oh, sorry, we're playing tonight. I've got him over, so we'll scrub that one. I've got Derrick Henry over 20 rush attempps.
Does that game anything?
No, this is do or die. This is the do or die game on Sunday night.
Right, yeah.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Yeah. Whoever wins is in. Winning in.
Love Aaron Rodgers to cry.
Yeah, that would be good. Derrick Henry had 29 carries last week. Now Lamar Jackson looks like he's going to be playing, but which could affect his rushing. But Big Dog, it's his birthday as well. It's 32. Big Dog birthday.
Derrick Henry's birthday, is it?
He's got to do well, right? I've got. Here's a good one. Here is a good one. So there's already 3 there. We've got Joanne Johnson, Saints, and the unfortunate Olave has got a blood clot. So our thoughts are with him. Hope it's not serious. So it could be from an injury elsewhere in the body and it's gone up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's horrible.
But hopefully he recovers soon. But his Vele, number 2 wide receiver, is also out. So Johnson, tight end, who used to go to the same college as Shook. Best buds.
Good.
Yeah, he's the main target. Like he's been playing well recently. Over 55 yards, up to 60 yards. Just take the over. I've done like his receptions over as well. And lastly, that's the one for tonight. I've got George Kittle over his receiving yards at 60. So
there's enough there for people to get their teeth into. You've got all
but I've got to get 5 best bets, right? And I've got to be all Sunday.
For Sundays, for Sunday games.
So pull the 49ers one because that's Saturday night.
Yeah.
Let's do. I did like the Riley Leonard one. His rush yards over 14. I was thinking about Shook rush yards over, but he can pass. He likes to pass.
He's a more of a passer, yeah.
Yeah, Lance is.
Although having said that on Shook, if 2 of his targets are injured, he might be scrambling more. What were the over?
The thing is, we've already got a Saints in one of the best bets. I don't want to do 2 from the same team.
Riley Leonard's one. What's the other one?
Yeah. Well, no. Riley Leonard is in the. So So I've got 1 remaining best bet, and this one's coming to you, Al. Okay, Al is going to do my last best bet. So far we've got Tyler McKee over 219 yards. We've got CJ Stroud first half over passing yards would be 110. Yeah. Okay. We've got Derrick Henry, Big Dog, birthday boy, over 20 rush attempts.
I love that one.
Okay, so that's 3 there. And then we've got Joanne Johnson, over receiving yards, 55, take it all the way to 60.
All right, so that's your 4.
That's 4. Now, this is the short list.
The short list, yeah, go on.
We've got Riley Leonard, run, baby, over 14 yards rushing. We can't do Tyler Shook because it's 2 from the same team, doesn't count. We've got Trey Lance. I haven't got his number. They haven't released it yet. Running quarterback, so ignore that one. We've got Tony Pollard over 71 rush yards. He needs 66 to get his incentives. All right, and he's been playing phenomenal over that.
The over 71. So the minute he gets to 67, he's sitting down.
He could do, yes. That's risky business. There's a risk there, right? We've also got Trevor Lawrence over 245 passing yards
against the Colts.
Against the Tennessee.
Oh, against Tennessee.
Tennessee have got got Jeffrey Simmons as DT as defensive line there, stuff in the run, stuff in Tony Pollard. But
where is it? Is it in Jacksonville?
Etienne. It's at Jacksonville, and he, they will be having a good day.
That's a low number, that, for me, because they could be going for the first seed. Yeah. So I like that one.
Yes, that could be potential. And then you've got the last one is Goff playing Chicago. Chicago want to get revenge. Okay.
What's the thing? What's the number?
So there's two more, sorry, mate. So we've got Goff under, because Goff playing outdoors isn't very good. 256 yards under. Or you've got the flip side, getting revenge. Caleb Williams needs 270 yards to get to be the first QB in Chicago Bears.
So just purely for the romanticism.
234.
I think the over's 234 on Caleb Williams.
234 at the moment, yes. Yeah, so.
I think for the romanticism, let's go with that one. I think logically, I think probably Riley Leonard's your best bet, but let's put Caleb Williams in because it's romantic.
Yeah, I like that, mate. Yeah, we're doing that 5. Caleb Williams, boom.
Bears fans have suffered a lot, so let's see if we can't get.
I'd like to see. I think he's a good. I think he's a damn good quarterback, Caleb Williams. So he'll be in the Super Bowl.
And I like that Ben Johnson Coach of the Year bet as well. That's a good one. That I'm going to be slinging you a bit of money for that. I think.
Yeah, just open up an account, mate. Yeah.
Oh, that's too much effort. Let's get you to do it.
What you got to do is type your name in.
Right, gentlemen, and Jets fans. We will be at the Hippodrome tomorrow. We're going to get there a bit earlier to watch some of the 6 o'clock games. So I will be watching the mighty Everton play tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and I'll come down straight after that. So probably around 5:30, I will get to the Hippodrome. 5:30 for 6, and we'll watch the 6 o'clock games, and then we will watch the Jets take on Buffalo. We will celebrate a long, arduous season, but also we will have many a debate about the draft implications. We will discuss our seating plans for the bus, and we will also see. This isn't our last pod, by the way. We're going to be podding right the way up to the Super Bowl, and then we'll have a little break after the Super Bowl, and then we'll get into draft stuff for real. Really get into draft stuff. So we will be doing an awards. We know you guys like our awards show, so we'll be doing an awards show possibly next week. So until then, John, I will see you tomorrow. JTS, guys.
Buddy.
JTS.
JTS, boys.